What is up, guys? Welcome back to Superficial Charm. I am Seb, as always, and today we are going to give you another episode of Seb's Singles. This is where I go through all or some of the singles that I have heard this week and just kind of give you the general vibe of them and if they're really worth listening to. Now, you can tell by my royalty-free background music that I totally didn't just rip off of the first search on YouTube. That it's gonna be very post-hardcore oriented today. A lot of current or former post-hardcore artists or bands have dropped music this week, and while it might not all be great post-hardcore that we know and love, they are all connected through the genre in some way. So, without further ado, let's get into this list. The first song on our list today is going to be Break Me Down, the new single from Sleeping with Sirens, and their last song was more of a return to form. Will Break Me Down is more of a branch out into the hardcore genre, a lot more screaming than we're used to hearing in quite some time from the band. It's really good. Kellen's vocals, great as ever. It's definitely like a harder feel, and it could be a hardcore anthem if that's what you're down for. It's really worth a listen, and I'm excited for the full album to be released. The second song that we are going to get into today is Block Out the Noise by Jonny Craig. He's back, guys. I know Jonny Craig used to be one of my personal idols, someone that I looked up to a lot. He's the former lead of Slaves, Dance Gavin Dance, and Emerosa, and just a few months ago, he was kicked out of Slaves for personal reasons. Slaves made it a whole big thing that he was kicked out because he decided to fall back into his old habits of addiction, and Jonny saying that's not really the case. There's a bunch of sides to this story. However, we're here to discuss the music, and unbiasedly, with Jonny being one of my favorites, I'm going to get into this. I expected some R&B from him, as that is the genre he is tending to go towards when he is solo, and this is no different. This was an R&B song. However, I much preferred his old R&B tracks. This was good. It was a good enough song for the comeback of Craig. It has an alright beat, and Jonny's vocals, as always, are on point, but it just kind of felt like it was missing something, if that makes sense. Like, I expected, a giant, just him breaking out of his shell and saying that he doesn't need slaves to make, good music, but in my opinion, Beautiful Death was the high point of Jonny's musical career, and it was very hard. It was going to be tremendously hard to, release anything after this, but, I mean, it just sort of fell flat for me. I hope that Jonny can, put out some better songs maybe in the future, and he can definitely stick to that R&B. He's shown in the past that that works for him. He can take that style and he can run with it. This just wasn't really the case. It felt like Jonny was really sort of holding back, and I hope that he can kind of climb his way up again. Overall, it was an alright song, and it is definitely worth a one-time listen, but I don't think I'm going to be coming back to block out the noise anytime soon. Moving on to the third and final single for today, Dance Gavin Dance have partnered with Punk Goes, and they released an acoustic version of Story of My Bros. Story of My Bros from the last album off of Dance Gavin Dance's list, Artificial Selection, and this is great. Tillian slaying with the vocals. The acoustic guitar fit in a way that I really didn't think it would. This was a really unique and good track to pick for the Punk Goes acoustic list. My only problem with this song is they didn't somehow work John Mess into the mix, because his part really makes the song unique with his satirical and oftentimes just hilarious lyrics. We didn't get to hear any of that, which really made it feel like a different song. Now, I know you're not really going to be able to incorporate very much screaming into an acoustic song, but it would still have been nice to somehow incorporate his lyrics or the screaming part into the acoustic song. That is going to do it for right now, guys. I do have a couple albums that I would like to review very soon. Time will only tell if I get to those. But in the meantime, just stay posted, and I'm going to have some content coming your way. Alright, thank you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you want. It's fine. Okay, I have been Seb. This has been Superficial Charm. Yeah, thanks for watching.